Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers everywhere, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be with you. Ameen, ameen. I hope you are ready. As always, you had been ready to document what you are going to learn today. We are going to get one small verse. It's a little bit not long and not small, yet it is very important. It starts with a question. Try to imagine yourself living away from your family or from civilization or from any source of knowledge around you. You, like me and like any human being, would naturally think of some questions, particularly if you've heard about that there is end of life. This life will end. This life that you live in, I'm not talking about death. It will end for you and for me and for them and for him, for everyone. When is the time? When is the end? When will it happen? When is the last hour that's going to happen to this planet, to the entire earth? We have known the first hour that with the creation of Adam started living on this planet, but we don't know anything about the end. And who does? The people used to ask the people around them. And at times of messengers, if they have a messenger, they would know that this messenger has very good relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so they would go to these sources and ask them. That's exactly what happened in this chapter, or in this particular verse. The people around Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they trusted him. They know that he is a prophet of Allah, he is a messenger of Allah. He carried the message to all human beings, so he may know when is the hour, when is the last hour of this planet, when is the last hour in our life, when is it going to be, when is it going to happen. It's a very, very important question. Perhaps it is the most important. But there is something more important than this. More important than knowing when is the last hour. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked about the hour, the day of judgment. When is it going to be? When is the last day of this life? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam answered this by a question. And this is a very good way of teaching. And I think it's an advice, a tip of advice for all educators across the globe. When you know, when he was asked this question, the Prophet ﷺ, when is the hour, when is the day of judgment? The Prophet ﷺ responded by this question. What have you prepared for it? It's going to happen. Whether it's going to happen tonight or tomorrow or next week or after 200 years, it's going to happen. Are you ready for it? Have you really prepared yourself to confront this hour? Did you know all the questions that you were going to be asked? Are you ready for the scenes or the events or the scenarios that are going to happen? How deep you had understood these things? Are you ready? For example, if you have been asked this question now, and now it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, you would say that, are you ready today to confront the hour, to face the last hour for you in this life? Meaning, have you followed the commands that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked you to do today? For example, today at the time of Salat Subh, were you there with the group of people, with the Jama'ah? Have you performed your Salat? the first thing that you have done today? Have you started your work on time? Have you done all the things that were requested from you to do today? Are you ready? A good person would say, yes, I'm ready. I did the prayer early in the morning. I had some time to make azkar and remember Almighty Allah and to make my supplication to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I served my parents and with breakfast. I made my children happy. I took them to the school. And you say that what are the things that you have done today to be proud of? So when you meet with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if the hour happens, you are ready for that. This question should be in our mind 24/7. 24 hours a day, we should be ready all the time. متى الساعة? متى الساعة? When is the hour? When is the hour? When is the hour? And we remember the response of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Are you prepared for it? Are you ready for it? Have you done the duties that you are supposed to do? Are you ready today and tomorrow and after tomorrow? Consistency. This topic should really be dominating our minds because it will motivate us. You want to be on your best action, on your best time when you meet with Allah subhanahu. So we have to act. I have to act right now. From now, I'm preparing myself. Every human being, whether he is an engineer, an accountant, or a doctor, or a politician, or a philosopher, or a teacher, all of them. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? This is the question that should really dominate our minds, not other trivial issues like many people are so much indulged in fashion and in games and in all these things that are of much less importance than these great efforts. To the degree that Surah Al-A'raf, chapter number 7, tells us about this question and how it bothered or it made the people busy with this issue. And this is Ayah number 187. Chapter 7, Ayah number 187, Surah Al-A'raf. What does it say? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يسألونك عن الساعة أيان مرساها قل إنما علمها عند ربي لا يجليها لوقتها إلا هو ثقلت في السماوات والأرض ولا تأتيكم إلا بغتة يسألونك كأنك حفي عنها قل إنما علمها عند الله. Highlight the last part of it. ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. Again, it ends with الناس, humans, all of them, the 7.7 billion who are living right now. The majority of them don't know. And try to make any small survey whenever you are with a crowd of people, whether it is a small crowd, 5 people, or whether it is a big crowd of 200 or 2,000 or 20,000. All the time, when you have an opportunity to develop your trust with Allah, if you have not done this yet, just try to practice this. Ask the people beside you, around you, and ask them this question. You will find the answer as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying it. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. But the majority of people do not know. They are thinking of something else. They are heedless about this matter, although it is very important. This is how it can roughly be translated. They ask you about the hour. They ask you, the people around you, ask you about the hour, which is the day of resurrection. When will it be its appointed time? Say, this really tells us that Muhammad doesn't know. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching him what to say. Say, the knowledge thereof is with my Lord alone. The knowledge about the hour is not in my capacity, is not within my reach. It's only, this knowledge is only with my Lord, with Almighty Allah. I am not aware of it. I cannot guess because I don't have any knowledge. None can reveal its time but He. No one knows its time but Almighty Allah. Heavy is its burden through the heavens and the earth. This knowledge is something, it's something very heavy. It shall not come upon you except all of a sudden. This is the nature of the day of resurrection. It happens suddenly. It does not knock. It does not tell you it's going to happen after 2 months from now, so you are going to be prepared for that. Be prepared from now. Whether it's going to happen tomorrow or even beyond my lifetime, I have to be ready from now. Because my hour usually is considered my hour when I meet with death. When I die, this is the end of my life, so this is the beginning of something else. Whether you feel it or not, maybe you may be in the grave for 100 or 200 or 1,000 years before the hour takes place. It shall not come upon you except all of a sudden. They ask you as if you have good knowledge of it. Say, people think that Muhammad has good knowledge of the hour. Say to them, Allah is teaching Muhammad. The knowledge thereof is with Allah alone. They ask you and keep asking, continue asking, and repeat their question, and so on and so forth. Yet, tell them, it's only with Allah. The knowledge is with Allah. I don't know it. But most of mankind know not. As you see that, it's very informative ayah. It's one ayah, ayah 187. But it has a lot of information about the hour. It tells us that the people are busy with the hour, which is something very good, because when they keep themselves busy asking about this issue, that means it bothers them. It keeps them thinking of that issue, because it's so great, and that's why they are trying to be ready for that. Yet, nobody has knowledge of it. Nobody can tell. And that's why I find many people are trying here and there from time to time in different locations in the world. 1 week we hear somebody from X country or another country or another village or another group of people, he or she tries to say that, I think it will, just guessing. And days pass and pass and pass, and we never heard about the hour from them. And all of them give some sort of speculations that are not true or not accurate. This is the nature of this. But what is the lesson that we learn from this? It's going to happen. Surely it's going to happen. The second piece of information, that it only happens suddenly. So it does not knock at our doors. On the contrary, it comes suddenly. Thirdly, not a single one Even Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, the best human being, he does not know when is the hour. So what am I supposed to, how am I going to respond to this situation? I'm going to respond by being ready, by preparing myself from now, fulfilling as many duties as I can, perfecting all the tasks and all the jobs and all the works that I'm supposed to do on daily basis, not only on hourly basis. If you can do it, that you are on the safe side. Doing good things as quickly as you can, help other people as much as you can, cooperate with other people to build up a peaceful society, a peaceful world. These are our tasks until we die and we meet Almighty Allah. So we'd be ready to answer all the questions. How did you spend your time? I spent almost all my time being an effective person, using effective ways to help others, to promote goodness and decrease badness in this world. In all fields, this is my main principle, to do something good and to decrease the amount of bad deeds or amount of bad works on life. Does anybody hate that? No. I think the nature of any good human being or normal human being is this, is to do its best. But how can we do our best without getting guidelines from Almighty Allah? Here is the book that gives us the guidelines. And here is our life, and here is our opportunity to do as much good deeds as we can before the hour comes. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.